Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. I am still in my Disneyland album, but you guys, look, she is a fat, thick, full album, which makes my heart happy. And I am going to be scrapbooking these photos that go in this spot. It is 2 photos from the Barnstormer. It is 2 of the kind of photos, bulletin board type things that were there. I didn't take a picture of the actual ride. I got to ride along with a child that did not belong to any of us. And it was a fun experience. And he was hilarious. But these are going to be the photos that I'm going to scrapbook today. And, of course, because we have the up, up, and away stencil, we're going to scrapbook with that. So, let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so I have pulled out some product from the Never Ending Kit. And I have this world map Chamel paper. It's been in the stash for a long time. And then some other things that I decided to use. Now, I did trim down these photos. They were 4x6 photos. I trimmed them down to really just see what was in the frames on the wall here. And that is a picture of Goofy and then also all of the funny notices that are there. So I have these, and I did cut them down because they were going to take up a lot of real estate on the page. And I still wanted you to be able to see that this was a world map, right? Like I'm going to do stuff on top of it, but I still wanted you to be able to have that kind of thought, that kind of vision there. So go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to trim down this other paper and going to use that as a mat as well. Now, I don't know if I cut the photos crooked. I don't know if I cut the paper crooked, but that is not a square. The photos on top of, well, it's not an exact square because of the photos are 5.5 and are cut down to 5.5 and I think like 2 3/4. So it's not going to be a square anyway, but it's not square meaning it's not level. So I don't know. It doesn't work. But I'm going to take the stencil and I'm just going to put some ink through it. I'm just going to use this blue ink here. And I do it up here kind of where that postmark thing is. And then I'm going to do it down here so that there's kind of like a line of airplanes behind my photo mat here. So I figure out what that looks like, and then I'm just going to put the ink away. And then that is all I'm going to do for the stenciling. Now, a lot of the times I think we feel like when we pull out a stencil, it's got to be some big elaborate thing. We got to get messy. We got to get dirty. We need the sprays. We need the modeling paste. We need glazes. We need all of the things, right? You don't, right? Like this just made a huge impact. And the only thing I did was use some ink and a stencil. And if you're like me and you don't always clean your stencils if you're just inking them because it's just ink, who cares? Then you don't even have cleanup, right? Right. Now, obviously, you guys see how I treat my stencils. Many times there's ink left on them if I'm using them with something else, if I'm using them with some sort of paste. And that ink transfers off the stencil and gets into the paste. Like it just happens, right? And my stencils are still working fine, okay? They're made out of 10 mil Mylar. They are nice, good, thick stencils, and I am not stressing about it. But I will tell you guys, like, if you want to clean your stencils, clean them, right? Don't just be like, that girl on YouTube doesn't clean her stencils and she's fine, so I don't have to clean mine. Like if using me is giving you permission because you don't want to, then by all means go for it. But if it's stressing you out, clean your stencils every time, right? Like that's what makes it beautiful. We're all different. We all treat our supplies in different ways. Some of us have to clean up after every single layout. Some of us work best when we are in a pile of chaos, right? Like, it's just a beautiful thing. I love hearing how other scrapbookers scrapbook and what their process is and what they deem is worthy to clean up immediately and what is like, oh, that can sit in a pile for days or months or years, right? It's fascinating to me. Okay, so I am going to put my title down here. It is going to say, "It was a good flight." And I'm using this big gold word and then these tiny tile letter stickers to spell out flight. Originally, this was just going to say good flight. However, it does get some stuff added onto it. Now, you guys, I have been using this adhesive tape runner for a couple days, and you guys have heard me talk about how it's my backup, and I should use it because it's a backup, otherwise it's not. But I will tell you, this stuff isn't sticking, okay? I went to put this layout in the album after I was finished, and stuff just fell off. So I grabbed my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and glued the stuff down. So I honestly don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to... Oh, that was great. The power just flickered. And it flickered again. Okay, so... And it flickered again. That's great. We are in a vortex cone of shame. I don't know what it is. Motion detected at the damn door. So that's going on. Super fun. But what is happening now? Hopefully, fingers crossed, the power stays on. But like I said, this tape is not being very tapey. So I might just have to give it up and get some tape from some ATG tape from the shop and make that happen. So I'm just going to add this in for a second here with my own handwriting. And then I do add something else. I know I add something else. What do I add? That is the question. I've got those little faux brads. They call them adhesive brads. They're not a brad. It has no brad tying. I'm going to add some gold hearts because that big gold word is kind of just like a sparkly slam in your face. And I just felt like I need a little bit more of that sparkly slam in your face. So we're going to put some of the hearts down. I was going to use this little puffy suitcase and layer it under the word good. However, it is not good. It is too much of a popped up item on here, and I don't want it to look that way because everything on this layout is pretty flat. So I'm going to just adjust that here. I will end up pulling off the foam off of the back of this, and it doesn't give me a fit whatsoever. I do try to pull off the foam because I thought I would bring in this passport sticker and layer that up there in the top where I have that extra bit of design. And it does not peel off beautifully like this, that little luggage piece peeled off so sweetly. So I'm going to go ahead and put my liquid glue down there and layer that up. And yes, I am covering up portions of the photo. I am not stressing out about that, you guys. I go to Disney a lot. I take a lot of Disney photos. So these aren't like one-of-a-kind precious photos that where it's just going to ruin my life if something is covered up. So I'm not stressing about that. And this is where I'm like, oh, that would be cute if I layered that up there. I was like, I'll just pull it off just like I pulled off the other one. Nope, it's not going to go. It is not going to pull off beautifully. So we put that sticker back on its sticker backer paper and we get finished with the layout. Now, I will tell you, I thought about adding a little bit of gold splatter here. Ultimately, I did not go for the gold splatter. I just decided that this was good the way that it was, except I needed something else up at the top. So I do grab a tiny word phrase And the power just flickered off for even longer. This is great. So I add this tiny word phrase up here. And I think Christopher's getting ready. He just came home and waved at me, and I think he's turning on the generator from outside. We might have to turn off all the Christmas trees though, because it's pulling some electricity, guys. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them up. So we might have to stop. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now and hopefully get this video uploaded. Who knows if that'll happen. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.